know me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I won't always smoke like hookah, talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine, you son. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine, you son. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, hello my two loves. Leon is in the house, retired federal police Banks. All right, Claudette is here. Mel is in the house. Okay, let's get into it. Pearly, Latasha J is here. All right, Anita Harrell, Jeff ATL, Desmond. All right, Measure Man. Measure Man said the jester is here. Valeria is here. Okay, Valeria's eldest. All right. Okay, so with that all being said, beautiful people, let's get into it. I see you, Panther Strike. DJ Big Six is in the house. All right, Leon, did I say you? Okay, so shout out to all of my lower roads and everyone tuned into the Queen. And a big shout out to my moderators putting in work. Let's get into it, Dark Tube. Okay, we the people. All right, so before we get started, let's have a brief word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes. And everybody in the meantime, in between time, please hit the like button. Thank you in advance.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes hair oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. You can also find it at Walmart.com. And don't forget that she sells beard oil for men as well. Okay, so let's talk about it, you guys, because guess what? Do you all remember Peyton S. Gendron, the wanton supremacist who waltzed into the Buffalo market in New York and shot it up and killed 10 people? Okay, and he was targeting Black folks. Well, I thought this was very interesting because now somebody said, who is Anne Marie? Hey, goodness, ready, Bo. Anne Marie is a singer. We're going to get to that in a minute. Now, listen, this dude is now saying that he wants the charges dropped, and you won't believe the reason why. Let's talk about it. Supermarket gunman who targeted Black people wants charges dropped. Says the grand jury was too white. Do y'all hear this?
Do y'all hear this? Claudette said, what? That's what I said. I'm like, wait a minute, say what now? I know he's not serious. Is he trolling us? This dude says, Dark Tooth said, oh, hell no. Let's get into this because he says he wants those charges dropped because the grand jury is too white. So, attorneys for the gunman who killed 10 black people at a Buffalo supermarket argue that federal charges should, in fact, be dropped due to a lack of minority representation on the grand jury. Okay, I find this all just absolutely crazy. Is he serious? Now, a judge is scheduled to hear arguments on Thursday on Peyton Gendron's claim that the selection process for the grand jury was flawed. Gendron, who is white himself, could face the death penalty if convicted in the 2022 mass shootings at a top supermarket, which he targeted because of its location in a primarily black neighborhood. Now, those killed ranged in age from 32 to 86. 3 others were wounded. He's serving a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole after pleading guilty in November of 2022 to multiple state charges, including murder. Now, a trial on the pending federal hate crime and weapons counts is expected to begin next year. Gendron's attorneys argue in a court filing that Black and Hispanic people and men are systemically and significantly underrepresented in the list from which jurors are selected in the Buffalo area. Don't y'all find this strange? That this person who doesn't even like Blacks or Hispanics, clearly, because he deems himself a white supremacist. Do you all hear this? I'm reading Jeff's comment. None of your Jamaican patois accents. DJ Big Six says he does have a point. Why isn't any blacks on the jury? DJ Big Six, if you don't sit down somewhere and take several seats right now, real quick, he may have a point, but the bottom line is he doesn't give a darn about blacks or Hispanics being on a grand jury or I'm sorry, not being on the grand jury because that's what he wants, obviously, but he doesn't care about us being underrepresented systemically and significantly and all of that. Okay, I'm going to tell you why he wants our people on the grand jury. Why he wants these charges dropped because none of our people were on the grand jury. Because for one, these people who hate us and who try to deem us as the thugs, as so violent and vicious and inhumane, these people know that we are the most humane people on the planet. That's what they know. That's what they know. They know that we are the most forgiving people on the planet. That's what they know. That we're the most inclusive people on the planet. That's what they know. We're the most accepting people on the planet. That's what they know. See, what he does know is that many of the people that were sitting on that grand jury who look like him probably have the same mindset as him, okay? And probably don't care about humanity or anything else, just like he did when he shot those 10 people. So that all being said, there you go, DJ Big Six. Exactly, the Iceman Inheritance. Okay, if you haven't read that book, please do and do yourself a favor. But here's the thing, that's exactly what this is. He's probably feeling like if there had been Black and Hispanic people on the jury, more so than people who look like him, then maybe, he could get the hate crime or these charges dropped. Okay, this is all so crazy. This is all so crazy. I want y'all to pay attention. Just think about how I told you all weeks ago that it is a known fact, and you can look this up, that many white women, white parents tell their children that if you get lost, go find a Black person. Go find a Black man or a Black woman, specifically a Black woman, but a Black man will do. Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think that is if we're so nefarious as they try to paint us? As they try to deem us as being, why would they tell their children to come find one of us if they get lost? And why does he want more of us on a grand jury? Okay, I'm telling y'all, this is all crazy because it just goes to show that they know the truth. Okay, they know the truth. Now, with that being said, He says that we're underrepresented. And to illustrate this point, the grand jury that indicted Peyton Gendron was drawn from a pool from which approximately 1/3 of the Black persons expected and 1/3 of the Hispanic or Latino persons expected, according to Gendron's attorneys. They say was, hold on, to illustrate this point, the grand jury that indicted Peyton Gendron was drawn from a pool from which approximately 1/3 of the Black persons expected and 1/3 of the Hispanic and Latinos expected. Okay, so exasperating the problem, they said, that was the data sources used by a vendor to pull the list together that weren't preserved. Now, as a result, Gendron's legal rights to a grand jury drawn from a fair cross-section of the community were violated. That's what he's saying. Were violated. And so the charges should, in fact, be dismissed, they say. Prosecutors said the arguments failed both as a matter of law and fact. In a written response, the U.S. Attorney's Office said Gendron didn't prove a systematic underrepresentation that was caused by the district's jury plan, and any disparities in the racial makeup were within accepted guidance, they wrote, and not caused by the selection process, which draws from voter, driver, tax, disability, and unemployment rolls. So that dog ain't gonna hunt Mr. Gendron. Now, the defendant is charged with killing 10 Black people and injuring 3 other individuals as part of a racially motivated attack on a grocery store, according to prosecutors. And they say he now demands that the court dismiss the indictment against him because, in his view, the implementation of the Western District of New York jury, the plan led to the underrepresentation of certain minority groups, including Black persons. The prosecutors can't even believe it. They can't even believe that he's saying this crazy stuff. Now, U.S. District Judge Lawrence Villardo is scheduled to hear oral arguments on the defense's motions Thursday afternoon. Meantime, Gendron's attorneys in an earlier filing argued that Gendron should be exempt from the death penalty because he was 18 years old at the time of the shooting, an age when the brain is still developing. The motion is pending. They need to sit down somewhere. He was a grown man, okay? They don't care. Listen, when Black people that age commit a crime that's, cause for the death penalty or where they could possibly get the death penalty, do you think they sit there and say, oh, their brain isn't fully developed? No, they don't. Ooh, honey, this is a lie. I literally couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe it. My friend, James R. Sanders, y'all please follow his page on YouTube. He's the one who told me this. I'm like, wait a minute, are you sure? But yes. Mel said these MAGA followers lost their damn minds. This is so outlandish, okay? But, there it is. Now, let me show you all something else, too, because this lady did a video. She was interviewed briefly, and they were talking about, I guess, being pro-Black or whatever. So I'm going to go to the video. Then we got to talk about Trump and Zelensky really briefly. And then I want to get into this whole thing with Anne Marie. Okay, everyone, please like and share. Thank you.
85% of white men are the men that are raping and grooming. It's not migrants. It's not Black people. It's not minorities. It is white men, the men that are in this country. The same way how they decide to put the focus on trans people, put the focus on Black people, put the focus on the minorities to keep our attention away from what's actually going on. It is because of race. It's always been because of race. People think that when we talk about being pro-Black and whatnot, it means being anti-white. The only reason why they think that is because being pro-white has always meant being anti-Black. It's not the same thing. We just want peace. You don't know what peace is.
I think it's Black supremacy.
Black supremacy doesn't even make any sense. That can't make sense because in order to have supremacy and racism, everything, it requires a power dynamic. So Black supremacy is like saying Black fatigue. Black fatigue only exists because white people cannot understand the privilege that they have naturally in the society that they have. That's like a man talking about what you call it, male privilege doesn't exist. That doesn't make any sense. The society is built around you guys. Yes, men still have depression. Yes, men still suffer. Yes, men still unalive themselves due to the system that who built. It's like Black supremacy that doesn't exist. I wish it did.
Okay, I'm sorry. Not a single lie told. Not a single lie told. Remember how they tried that little BS, the FBI that is, a few years ago, talking about BIE, Black Identity Extremists and all of that? Why are they making up stuff okay, trying to demonize us when they have wanton supremacists, hate groups. They still have the Klan, white nationalists, okay, neo-Nazis. They have all of these hate groups that target people who look like us, and then they want to try to act like we do the same thing. I'm sorry. No, we don't. No, we don't. And you know what was ironic? And I want you all to pay attention. Remember how back during the pandemic, and yes, I said pandemic, they were sitting there trying to perpetuate the false narrative that people who look like me were the ones committing all of these hate crimes amongst Asians. Okay, upon Asians. Now we know that's a fallacy. At the end of the day, that is all BS. At the end of the day, there may be a few ignorant people who looked like me who were doing those things, but I think it was all just a ruse. And some of those people were crisis actors. Because remember, when I was reporting on that back then, many of the people, or not many, because there wasn't a lot of instances, but the few instances that we did see, those people had on pink. The men who were supposedly attacking these Asian people, they all had on pink. And I think that was so that when they show the footage online, that they'll stand out from the crowd, because it would happen in crowds of people. There was a guy had on a pink hoodie. There was a guy that had on a pink blazer. Okay, somebody had on a pink sweatshirt. So all these black men walking around in pink just attacking Asians. Please miss me with it. But what was ironic about the whole thing is that while they were pushing that same false narrative, what happens here in Atlanta? A man who is Caucasian goes around and shoots up 6 Asian spas. But they want to say we're the problem. Okay. I'm just telling you, all the lies need to stop. All the lies need to stop. Okay? Anyway, with that all being said, this is all crazy. He said the grand jury was too white. It's the nerve of it all for me. It is the absolute nerve of it all for me. Now let's talk about Trump and Zelensky. So Trump says Zelensky can end the war with Russia almost immediately by doing these two things ahead of the White House meeting. Okay, so basically he says they can bring the nations together and end the war with Russia, bring it to a halt if he's willing to make 2 major concessions. Trump called for Ukraine to drop its bid to join the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is NATO, a demand long made by Russia, and also said there would be no getting back of Crimea, signaling to the nation to accept Russia's illegal 2014 annexation of the region during the Obama administration, saying President Zelensky of Ukraine can end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to, or he can continue to fight. Trump doesn't give a darn, okay? Remember how it started. Now, getting back, no getting back Obama giving Crimea 12 years ago without a shot being fired, and no going into NATO by Ukraine. Some things never change. That's what he said on a Truth Social post. Trump's message comes just one day before a high-profile summit on Monday at the White House, where he's expected to meet with Zelensky and several European leaders to discuss next steps in the 3.5-year conflict. Big day at the White House tomorrow. Never had so many European leaders at one time. My great honor to host them. That's what he wrote on Truth Social on Sunday. Ahead of the planned meeting, Zelensky posted on X saying, thanking the United States for its support, but also signaled that peace must not be short-lived, saying, I have already arrived in Washington. Tomorrow I'm meeting with President Trump. Tomorrow we are also speaking with European leaders. I'm grateful to the President of the United States for the invitation. We all share a strong desire to end the war quickly and reliably. That's what he wrote Sunday night. Now, the Ukrainian leader also spoke out on Crimea, alleging its relinquishment to Moscow paved the way for Russian President Vladimir Putin's future invasion of Ukraine, and saying that, and peace must be lasting, not like it was years ago when Ukraine was forced to give up Crimea and part of our east, part of Donbass, and Putin simply used it as a springboard for a new attack. Or when Ukraine was given so-called security guarantees in 1994, but they didn't even work. Crimea should not have been given up then, just as Ukrainians did not give up Kyiv, Odessa, or Kharkiv after 2022. Ukrainians are fighting for their land, for their independence, he wrote. Now our soldiers have successes to Donetsk, or Donetsk and Sumy regions. I'm confident that we will defend Ukraine effectively, okay, guarantee security, and that our people will always be grateful to President Trump and everyone in America and every partner and ally for their support and invaluable assistance. Russia must end this war, which itself started. So Trump's rambling social posts follow remarks from Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who said any lasting peace deal would require both Russia and Ukraine to make hard compromises. What's it going to take to stop the fighting? Okay, if we're being honest and serious here, is both sides are going to have to give, and both sides should expect to get something from this. Face the Nation. That's what he said on Face the Nation on Sunday. Now, saying it's very difficult because Ukraine obviously feels, harmed, and rightfully so, because they were expected to be the topic of discussion. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. These pop-ups. Okay. Hold on. Okay, because they were invaded. And Russia and the Russian side, because they feel like they got momentum in the battlefield. Now, Rubio didn't delve into specifics about the territorial concessions that Ukraine will have to make, which is expected to be the topic of discussion between Zelensky and Trump during their White House meeting on Monday. On Sunday, Trump reposted a user's remark on Truth Social that Ukraine will have to make territorial concessions to Russia in order to end the war. Putin had demanded that Ukraine surrender the remaining quarter of Donetsk, a minerals-rich Russian-speaking region, as part of a deal to end the war during Friday's summit in Alaska. Now, in exchange, Putin expressed a willingness to freeze fighting on the front lines in Kherson and Zaporizhzhia, where Russia has struggled to make significant progress. Zelensky, however, said that while Kiev would be open to land swaps in exchange for peace, Putin's demands to cede the entirety of the Donetsk region, including parts under Ukrainian control, are off the table, saying that we need real negotiations, which means they can start where the front line is now. That's what Zelensky said to reporters in Brussels on Sunday, and saying that the contact line is the best line for talking. Okay, and then Russia is still unsuccessful in the Donetsk region, he says. Putin has been unable to take it for 12 years, and the Constitution of Ukraine makes it impossible to give up territory on trade land. Now, while Russia currently controls a large swath of territory across both regions, Ukraine has been able to keep Moscow's forces from claiming the entire regions during the 3.5 years war, or 3 years of the all-out war. Kiev still hosts the key cities of Slavyansk and Kramatorsk, with hundreds of Moscow's troops killed or wounded every week in the quagmire. Critics also fear that because of the heavy Ukrainian fortifications in Donetsk, if they were to hand the region over to the Russians, the Kremlin would cut much farther into Ukraine in a possible future attack. So they don't want to give up the land because they feel like giving up land in the first place is what got them in the situation that they're in right now. Okay, so I don't know how that's going to work, but it's all for them to figure out as far as I'm concerned. Because I really don't care. I really don't care. The only reason I'm interested in any of this is because I know that sooner than later, Putin is going to call Trump out. Okay? He's going to call Trump out because he's already playing him like a fiddle, in my humble opinion. Panther Strike says Putin may be president of Russia, but he is a seasoned KGB veteran still harboring shrewd ways. He will not be denied. That's what I'm talking about. He won't. Okay, I absolutely agree. Goodness Rated Bo says, what does Trump help Gaza? Are non-white peoples important too? Oh, please. Not to Trump and his administration, clearly. Mel says, I'm sad because the kids are being slaughtered. Honey, that is awful. It absolutely is. Now, with that all being said, Bruce said Putin owns Trump. I know that's right. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. And so does Israel. Okay? So do they. Now, with that all being said, that's just my opinion. With that all being said, let's get into this video of Anne Marie. For those of you who don't know who Anne Marie is, because I know some people are not familiar with her music, she is a singer, okay? Now, she has been referred to as a rapper, but her songs that I've heard are her singing. Okay, R&B. So with that all being said, let me just pull this up. Hold on. I have the entire body cam footage. I don't think I'm going to show the whole thing because it's like an hour and something. Now, I'm definitely not going to show the whole thing. But what I find interesting is this is from 5 years ago. My question is, why is this all of a sudden resurfacing? Who put this out here? Okay, I'm just curious. Is this some type of humiliation ritual or something? I have several questions. Okay? And this is not A. Marie. No, don't get this confused. This is not A. Marie. This is Anne Marie, beloveds. Okay? Anne Marie. That's right. Measure Man said HIPAA. And that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, how can the police just put her business out there if it's true? How can they just put this out there in the streets? Okay, so likes up, everyone, please like and share. I'm going to put an overlay on here. Is that the one I want to use? I think I'll use that one for now. Okay, so anyway, let's get into it.
What am I getting handcuffed for?
Both of y'all. Shut up, no.
Oh, what? What am I getting handcuffed for?
Oh, you know, I can't leave.
Can you tell me what I'm getting handcuffed for?
For real?
No, I said him. Yeah, he.
Right, I just want to leave him. He can go to, I said, I'm not going to go. So I said, I'm not. Please, you don't have to get like I tell me, oh, everything's okay. But we were like, I would have told y'all to leave. But the fact that you fought in front of me and you fought in front of them, then not only did y'all fight each other, y'all now decided to fight security. No, we never touched them.
Well,
I never let them get
nothing else to talk about.
no, security.
I don't
Y'all not even listen. I never let them get to you.
Okay, just by that alone, like nothing else needs to be said.
What happened with you?
Okay, but there's nothing else that needs to be said. Like I'm already heard about it.
When they broke up, I said I know it ain't working, you know. Then
And I did.
he started with me.
Did I not let him get to you? I never. Come on, you don't gotta grab me like that. Okay, but you keep pulling away. You don't gotta grab me like that though. You doing too much. I ain't never did shit. She started grabbing me like that.
He's literally pulling away.
Okay, but I never did nothing to her. I never did shit at all.
We got gifts and stuff like that. So.
Okay, I never did nothing. She grabbing me like she crazy or something, bro. I never did shit. I never did nothing.
You keep grabbing, pulling away.
I did. I'm talking to her. You just said I could speak to her.
I just said there's nothing else that needs to be said.
You said my arresting
Pulling
officer.
away.
I'm not. I'm speaking to her and him. Did I do anything?
No, I can feel you pulling away from me.
You know, they the law. You got to listen to them.
But did I do anything, sir? Like real life.
They're the ones that's not holding
Excuse
you.
me. Did I do anything?
They're not holding you.
The cops got you.
Did I do anything? Is what I'm asking.
Like I said, y'all got into a fight. You know, your boy.
When you here, did I do anything, sir? Like, be honest. Did I do anything?
You didn't do anything.
I didn't do nothing but try to break it up, and you study like being aggressive with me.
It's just you literally just try to pull away from me.
Because I was
Nobody else
speaking
feels that but me.
You right, but I was speaking to her though. I was just trying
She was
to.
over this way, but there's nothing else that needs to be discussed. There's nothing else. Not with me.
Okay, can I speak to her then? Because I didn't do nothing.
She's talking to him.
Right, so can I just try to?
Whenever she comes back out, you can talk to her then. But no, you're not going back to
You
her right
get
now.
my items off the floor, sir. Please. Yes, back.
Now, this officer that's talking to her, she said that that Anne Marie tried to pull away from her. And she's like, you don't have anything else to say to me. So she clearly has an attitude with her. And I do believe that she's the one who said something about the HIV status. Okay. And I think she did it out of spite. That's my opinion. So retired federal police Banks, thank you for your kind words, beloved, saying great news report. And thank you for your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings.
Thank you. Can you slap all the items in the bed? Like, we can't just pay for no damages or nothing.
No. The fact that y'all just disrespected her by fighting in front of her, like, I don't need to hear anymore.
Oh my God, tell her.
And he tried to fight him. Nah, I don't need to hear anymore. I promise you.
Him. What are you talking about me though?
She said that both of y'all was trying to fight. That both of y'all were fighting.
What you tell her?
Both y'all fighting. She got on camera.
I just tried to stop her from you. Okay, look, it's my birthday in
We
24
said,
hours.
and then he tried to fight him. There's nothing else that needs to be discussed. Like, that's very disrespectful.
I did that.
Like, that means y'all really don't give a damn about anything.
Why you started saying, y'all, I stopped him from getting into it. Look, okay, you don't gotta listen to me, but that's my little brother, okay?
So why y'all even fighting like that?
Okay, because we just lost somebody. Look, we just lost somebody November 15th.
He's telling you about your money.
That's fine, sir. We just lost somebody November 15th. That's my oldest sister. So everything been crazy.
You know another reason why you shouldn't be fighting.
I get it. That's the whole, damn, like no disrespect, but that's the whole argument, man.
Okay, but there's blood, like, you're.
That's, no,
you
that's,
need medical attention as a matter of fact?
no, it's my nails.
Okay.
It's my fingernails. I did, no,
The side of your head, too.
I did that to my own face.
I didn't, could y'all please listen to us? I tried to when I first came. I tried to. Okay, but man, you just so, I just need her, I just need her to push, you know, so. But y'all listen, it wasn't
There's nothing to listen about. When I first came, I asked y'all to step outside just so I could talk to y'all, understand what's going on, and you didn't. You started to get your things, you proceeded to fight. Y'all fought in front of my presence. Your friend took the belt, winded it up at him, told him I'm gonna whoop his ass.
My friend?
Oh, I don't know who he is to you.
Oh, my brother.
He also threatened security. Did he not?
Hey, did I not try to listen? Did I not try to stop it? Look, my sister just died 4 days ago, bro. We're stressing. I cannot say
And that's fine, but I asked y'all to step outside just so that I could talk to you.
okay, but him, I tried to calm him down. That's why I didn't want to come outside. So I could calm him down first. Yeah,
I was calm.
okay, then somebody go to my Instagram if y'all think I'm lying.
That's not the problem.
Y'all
We
don't
could have
care.
talked about all of this when I first got here.
Man,
I was
oh my God, did I not try to?
Then I tried to do that.
Okay, but then I wasn't done with you. Damn, was I not?
You were.
Thank you, that's what I'm trying
But
to
the fact
tell you.
that you fought in front of my presence, I can't.
To stop him. To stop him. Y'all cannot say that I didn't try to stop him, bro. We going through something. Okay.
That's fine.
I will pay for any damages. Just let him go. Let me go.
And then not only did he whine about
My weave?
No, everything. Did you see your face?
No.
You got a scratch on your lip. You got scratches and blood on the left side of your
That's
head.
That's not blood. That's from my fingernails. That's only from my nails. I bit my fingernails.
Definitely
off.
scratch.
Can you-
Multiple scratches.
Okay, no, we didn't. I'm telling you the honest God truth. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't fight until he came here and I tried to stop him, and we still.
Okay, so that officer's lying about y'all fighting each other?
No, we didn't fight. I just grabbed him from trying to. I just grabbed him.
You don't have no manager?
Sorry. We on a business trip?
Yeah. I from Chicago.
Yeah, that's what he told me. And he said you got another little sister?
Yeah, she in here too. That's what I'm
So
trying
like I
to
said, I'm gonna lock it out, and then they said they got some good.
like, even if you want to go, gotta go.
Get their stuff a little later.
She
So
only 16.
I'm gonna lock this room now.
You gonna close it up for me?
Yeah, all right.
Nobody good one.
Don't even tell me. You gotta learn his lesson. You gotta go up. Like I said, I ain't got no problem with you. It's just,
Alright, so why am I getting locked up if I didn't do anything?
like I said, you gotta fight. Y'all fighting.
No, I tried to stop him. No,
No, it's a misdemeanor.
no, that's still in the morning.
More than likely, it depends on, I just gave him, oh, no, this is what that. No,
Let me get him.
they may even let you out in the morning, in a few hours. Who knows? Everything's changed because of Corona.
You don't got nobody down there.
Yeah, your sister and your manager.
My little sister 16.
Either more reason you shouldn't be fighting.
I didn't fight him. I don't know why y'all study saying it. I want to see. Girl.
Like I said, you gotta think about what type of example y'all setting though. But you specifically, you're the older sister. Like I hate to be just sitting here preaching to the
Okay,
choir.
right, but did I not put my money?
I was about to say,
You
you
got,
can
you
put
got the source, or you got the, it don't matter. I can do it because I gotta go to the G anyway.
yeah, I was about
So,
to say, yeah, I gotta, once I'm here, I gotta get back in service.
alright, so I'm this way.
Oh, yeah, we parked down here too.
Oh, you part this way?
Yeah. Oh, which way you want? Is the elevator over there too?
I part down here.
Yeah, we parked behind you.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is she raising me?
Oh, you 11?
Yeah. 12, 11? Give us a second. Let's put her in the car and then we'll talk to you. You. Come on. No, come on. Keep going.
I just want to see if he okay.
You gonna see?
Come on, bro.
Oh, you just got to keep your line.
Come on, man.
Y'all loosen this year.
We already loosened it. I'm able to fit 2 fingers in. Have a seat.
It's not. He's not.
Have a seat. Have a seat. We'll check it again once we get to the precinct. Alright.
You follow him down the gate. I'm gonna go ahead and go take her to the precinct. I'm gonna take out Will. Then I'm gonna have to meet you at the gate. Well, I gotta explain to him. With his situation, they're not even gonna take him before it's kind of without us having to take him back to Grady. So you might as well go ahead and get that part over with. So
Yeah, wait, excuse me. What? My blood brother? What?
he's going to Grady.
What's good? Can I speak to you?
So, manager.
What you need to say?
So yeah, they're probably not even gonna let her out tonight anyway. But things have changed because of COVID. So I mean, just check with Fulton County. So he was actually going up blood. So medical issues. But I was about to say, yeah, check with Fulton County North. So he's actually going to be delayed because he's going to the hospital. Gotcha. Well, she just check with Fulton County off of Rice Street. Just check with them in like a few hours and see if they're gonna, I guess, let her do a signature bond or see if you can just come and bond her out. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, just look up Fulton County courthouse. I mean, not courthouse, but Fulton County jail.
Okay, can you tell him not to go to jail? I mean, not to go to the hospital.
He doesn't have a choice.
We'll figure out what he got going on when we get out.
They're gonna take him there. That's the procedure. Because he was coughing up blood, so they gotta go through the procedure and stuff. I'll make sure you're straight. Your sister's gonna pull up.
Okay, do you want him to get your stuff? Because I'll let him get your stuff.
If you don't get the stuff, y'all gonna be billed. She gonna be billed every night that the stuff is in.
Money is not an issue.
I know. So do you want me to leave it in there?
No. I'm saying it's
Okay, I got you.
And I mean, and this my brother. It's crazy that
Yeah,
I'm quite literally.
yeah.
So what you saying? He going to the hospital. Well, it gets the longer we sit here, the longer it's gonna take the process.
I think I do have some later.
Or both of them going to jail.
So how did she get her injuries though?
I mean, they were fighting clearly, but he was, like you said, he was trying to explain to her that he's the primary aggressor. The only thing we can go based on, we don't know who the aggressor was before Butler got there, but Butler witnessed her hitting him. So it could have been self-defense or whatever like that. Either way out, he's going to be listed as the victim, and she's going to be listed as the suspect.
Yeah, when they put in front of me, she was supposed to get her things, and they got a little too close because she took his phone because she's like the parent of all the siblings. So she took his phone and was like, "I'm taking your phone." He's like, "No, you're not." Then they started fighting, like tugging over the back. That's fine, tugging over the back. Then it became physical. She punched him in his face, pulled his hair, and the only thing that I can remember from him was just like telling her like, "Move, move, move," and they went to the ground. When they went to the ground, they was punching. I can't remember who was punching who. That's when I came over, and I'm just like, "I ain't just stop."
My mindset right now is I don't mind taking both of them. They're both going to drop charges on each other anyway. But as far as our part, what we physically saw or what we can see was that she was the aggressor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to make it easier for everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
I should call Sergeant C or.
I mean, you can easily get him for DC if you wanted to. Like, just because he was, like, bucking up at security, and the fact that you ever even felt like you had to possibly tase him because it was escalating. Like, that's a problem.
All night.
I called it and then I ain't put out.
You said what?
Like, man, when that body is about 8 o'clock in the morning.
And that's what I'm trying to make it easier because, I mean, we can prove that she was the primary aggressor. We can prove that they got into a dispute, but do we know if it was like...
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there, you guys. I'm going to stop it right there, okay? Because I'm not sure where the timestamp is, but I'm going to go to this video, this TikTok, where they literally talk about her having the HIV. This cop, I think she was out of pocket, in my opinion.
For hours, and we arguing about some shit that I put in birthday. We overdid it, and I'm sorry to leave. Okay, but once it became physical, there's nothing much that I can do. Y'all fought in my presence. Y'all fought on my camera. Y'all fought. You was pulling his hair. You was punching him. You was on all that in my face. There's no way that I could let y'all out of the way. You did all that in front on my camera. Yeah, but that's it's one thing. It's one thing if y'all was fighting before I got here and about.
Hey, how you found that out? She told you that?
About
Yeah.
yesterday's argument. When I had canceled the door, I told her already. I'm like, hold on, let me listen.
You heard that?
They were arguing about it. He was like, you dirty, da-da-da-da, so you got HIV. She's like, I don't care. I'm the one that's providing for y'all, blah, 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 blah. So that's what they was arguing about.
Hey, sorry, I'm trying to
Oh.
Okay, so you all heard that. She said she heard them arguing, and he told her, that's why you dirty, you got HIV. But did she have to say that while her body cam was on? She couldn't have turned her body cam off like they do it all the time. Okay, I just feel like that was unnecessary. That's just my opinion. Alejandro, thank you for your contribution to the channel, beloved. Peace, love, and blessings. I appreciate you. Okay, so now Anne Marie has come out and responded to the accusations, and here's what she has to say. Anne Marie responds after officer alleged she has HIV in viral body cam footage. Rapper Anne Marie has allegedly responded to the resurfaced speculations about her HIV status. So they say she responds because a resurfaced 4-year-old police body cam clip which shows her involved in an altercation linked to claims about her having HIV. The incident dates back to November of 2020 when the police were called to her brother's apartment in Chicago following a dispute between the siblings over those allegations. Now, although there's no proof of the altercation being linked to her having HIV, the police were heard mentioning something related to her HIV status. While describing the altercation to another person, a female officer can be heard allegedly saying that Anne Marie has an sexually transmitted disease. She says he was like, you dirty, stood in the dark, so you got HIV. And she's like, I don't care. I was the one that was providing for y'all. After the incident recently resurfaced, the Hennessy and You singer allegedly addressed the rumors in an Instagram story on August the 14th. Without providing any context, she wrote saying, now, be for real, y'all. Be for real. Y'all lame. Find y'all somebody else to play with. So 1 month after that altercation with her brother, Anne Marie, whose real name is Joanne Marie Slater, was arrested for shooting her friend Jonathan Wright in the head on December the 1st of 2020. So this is like weeks later, not even a whole month, okay? Because this incident with her brother happened in November, and then December the 1st of 2020, she shot somebody in the head. According to Atlanta police, who responded to the 911 call from the Intercontinental Hotel in Buckhead, where they found Wright bleeding on the floor with a bullet found right in the center of his forehead and an exit wound near his left temple. This is all according to TMZ at the time. So although he had lost a significant amount of blood, he was able to respond to the authorities and was later transported to Grady Memorial Hospital, where he survived. Joanne, who was wearing a white bathrobe when the police arrived, was outside of the hallway on the floor in hysterics and told the cops that the gun fell off the table and went off, shooting him in the head, according to the U.S. Sun. Now, she was then taken away from the hotel room and continued asking if the victim was okay or dead. She also told them that she and Wright grew up together in Chicago and they were visiting Atlanta. The witness appeared to be upset, but there was no visible tears coming from her eyes. So they're trying to say she was all cap, clearly. The witness was also in a white bathrobe with no other clothing underneath. So they're trying to say that she was having relations with this man, likely, without, while she has, you know what. That's what it sounds like they're trying to say. Now, according to the outlet, the cops found 2 shell casings and 2 projectiles in the hotel room where the crime occurred. They also discovered bullet holes in the floor, in both the door frame. I'm sorry, not the floor, in both the door frame and a cabinet. Following the incident, Anne Marie was booked into a Fulton County jail on December the 2nd and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and possession of a firearm. She was later released on $60,000 bond. The rapper was placed under house arrest with an ankle monitor and was allowed to leave her home only for work with prior approval. She was also required to notify the court at least 24 hours in advance of any appointments and provide proof of them. She was not allowed to possess any firearm or have any contact with Wright, his family, or his associates. And if any contact occurred, she was ordered to leave the premises and stay at least 200 yards away from him. Y'all hear this? What is really going on, honey? Beating up her brother in 1 minute and then shooting somebody in the head the next? Bruce said, this is crazy. She should have been off the streets before that happened. Oh my goodness. This is all crazy, okay? Goodness Ray Bow said, yeah, he gave her HIV. You know, that's what the streets are saying. I don't know anything about who gave it to her, if she even has it, for sure. But, you know, people are saying that that's the reason she shot his arse. But why would she be in her robe? So I don't know. It doesn't really make too much sense to me. But anyway, I just find it all interesting. And I would have thought, wait a second. Jeff ATL, why are you singing You Make Me Feel Mighty Real? Oh my God, this chat is so nefarious. Panther Strike said, hold on, this child's presence on this earth is dangerous to us all, child. Bruce said, I hope she was not at the freak offs. You all, this is no laughing matter, okay? Now, I will not have it with these crazy comments y'all are putting out here. Listen, I hope it's not true, okay? I hope it isn't true. But if it is, the police didn't have any business saying that, and I would have thought that they could have gotten in trouble for that due to the HIPAA laws, but apparently not. Okay, apparently not. So, with that all being said, now let's talk about this pilot who got arrested back in January. If you all remember, he got arrested for being drunk and about to take flight. Okay, now how scary is that? How absolutely scary is that? Okay, Metro Man says, tell them to keep it over there. We good over here in Stone Mountain. They doing too much. This was supposed to be my retirement home. Fix all of this everywhere. Start with ATL. Okay. Speaking of ATL, someone posted a video talking about the HIV stats in several different counties in Georgia, specifically the top 10. I could have sworn I had that video. I could have sworn I had it. Hold on. Anyway, they were talking about the top 10 counties in Georgia that have all the cases, the highest cases of HIV. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, I'll get into that at another date. I don't want to look for it right now, but that's what they had. So anyway, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. So now let's talk about this pilot who got arrested because now the footage has come out. The footage, the body cam footage has been released. And they had him doing that. They had him doing these sobriety tests or whatever, and they said that he failed 2 of them. Okay, so let's get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. How are you?
You doing okay?
Yeah, fine.
When was the last time you had something to drink?
Last night.
Newly released police body camera video from January 15th shows Savannah Airport Police questioning Southwest Captain David Alsop on the jet bridge. Just minutes earlier, he'd walked through the gate and onto a 737 full of passengers he was scheduled to fly to Chicago.
How many drinks did you have?
A few beers.
Sir? Define a few beers.
A few beers.
Define a few beers.
Like 3.
Also,
now you already know he's lying, okay? You already know he's lying. Sitting there talking about a few beers, and then the officer says, define a few beers. Few beers, looking clueless. Okay, he probably had some shots of Hennessy or something. Okay, because he smelled like alcohol when he went through the gate. Okay, and that's why they alerted authorities, because they literally smelled it when he passed them. And by the way, Method Man, thank you for your insight into the topic, beloved, and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings.
told officers it had been at least 10 hours since he'd had a drink. The FAA requires a minimum of at least 8. But TSA officers called police after he passed through the checkpoint seen here on airport security video. The TSA officers reported Alsop smelled of alcohol.
I'm going to move it back and forth.
Yep.
Prompting police to give him a field sobriety test.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that?
Yep.
Which officers say he failed before declining a blood test.
Seriously?
Yes, sir.
How did I fail? I did everything.
The signs that you exhibited during those 3 tests, I'm able to articulate based off those and the odor coming off of your person. It's very consistent with DUI.
Officers let him off the jet bridge and out of the airport. Southwest says Alsop was removed from duty immediately after the alleged incident and is no longer employed by Southwest Airlines. Nothing is more important to Southwest than the safety of our customers and employees. But Alsop's attorney tells CBS News the body camera video confirms what should be obvious to anyone who watches it. Captain Alsop committed no crime, claiming experts who have reviewed the video have concluded that the tests that led to his arrest were not performed correctly and that the proper procedures were not followed. He calls his client, an Air Force veteran, an American hero.
Now, I'm sorry, but he's far from a hero if you ask me. He is far from a hero if you ask me. Here's the thing. They may have done the test incorrectly, but the fact that he walked past people smelling like alcohol, okay, I find that interesting. Okay, I find that absolutely interesting. Now, let's go to this next video. Hold on.
So, this would be a brand new uncharted territory. Yeah. Heel-toe steps. I'm going to explain it to you. What you're going to do is you're going to put your left foot or your right foot, whichever's more comfortable. On left hand, so I'm using my right foot first. You're going to go heel-toe. And if you just take a step to the side really quick, you're just going to take a series of heel-toe steps and count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you do that till you get to 10. Make sure you count out loud. Make sure you go heel-toe. Don't look down, but put your arms out for balance. Do you have any issues with that?
No problem.
Okay.
I'll walk here so it's well.
You can start right there. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Can you turn around and go the other way?
1, 4, 5.
Okay, his arse is drunk. His arse is drunk. Did y'all see that? He wobbled twice. He wobbled when he first started, and then he wobbled when he was going back. He is clearly drunk. What are they talking about? The test wasn't done correctly. Okay? He was clearly drunk. Okay, they convinced me with it. He was drunk. I'm sorry. And the fact that he walked past somebody and they smelled the alcohol, even one of the officers said that when he walked past them, they smelled it too. One of them said it too in another video. So at the end of the day, if you're walking past people and they're smelling the alcohol, coming out of your pores, basically, it's a pretty good chance that you are in fact drunk, sir. And then he's lying saying it was 10 hours ago, because first of all, if you drank 10 hours ago, there's no way you should be walking past people and they can smell the alcohol on you. Okay? Byron B said it was an earthquake, Queen. Sit down somewhere.
All right, if you step down on this little platform. All right, so this next test is called the one-legged stand. So what you're going to do is whichever foot you prefer, whichever one you feel like you have a stronger balance with, you're just going to, with your hands at your side, put your foot out in front of you like this, and you're going to hold it. You're just count out loud 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, until I tell you to stop. Okay. Don't start until I tell you to begin. Do you understand these instructions? Sure. All right, you may begin.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000, 15, 1,000, 16, 1,000.
Okay, you can stop. Just do me a favor, just hang on really quick. Here's a mince back. I just gotta go talk with them for a minute, okay? Yeah. I saw it, the next diagnosis. I didn't really see it in the walk-in time, but I definitely saw the next diagnosis. So, yeah. So, at this point, would it be DUI less safe if it doesn't agree to a blood draw, or?
So there's I don't know. I'll get that. I'll get everything outside the seconds. So whatever you saw is what I want to put on there. I can't be
Being that there's not a sergeant on duty coming in, that's why I'm really.
I think he was absolutely drunk, and the fact of the matter is, he didn't want to do a blood test. Now, if you're not drunk, sir, why would you want to do a drug test? Okay, I find it all interesting, but hold on, there's more, because there was, in fact, now he worked for Southwest. Okay, but now there was also a pilot from Delta who was clearly drunk. Or no, I'm sorry, he wasn't necessarily drunk, but he was sneaking in some alcohol and then lied about it and tried to ditch it. So let's get into it. Let's get into it, honey, because these people need to sit down somewhere. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. This is all crazy. Byron B said knees weaker than cooked spaghetti. Yeah, Byron, that was a good one. I am so done.
In uniform being arrested in Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport. It's about noon on a Tuesday, and before we get into why he got arrested and the entire interrogation process,
Before I ask you any questions, you kind of just want to tell me kind of what's been going on.
we first need to talk about how all the alarm bells got sounded this Tuesday morning in July. Pilots inside the airport terminal environment typically interact with the airport police one time as they enter in the airport, and that is known as known crew member. We call it KCM, which is where we start. Here's the pilot going through KCM. He hands what I think is his driver's license, and then he scans his KCM barcode, which we usually keep right behind our badge. And then he has to show his badge to the TSA agent. What happens when you scan your barcode is on their screen it pops up your picture and then if you're approved or not. So let's say you're on a leave of absence from your airline. You don't have access to KCM anymore, so it will say unapproved. I know that because it happened. I did a training, and during that training, for some reason, I got categorized on a leave of absence, and I tried to go through, and they were like, "You're not approved. Is there something going on with your airline?" I was like, I don't think so. So I ended up calling my chief pilot, and he's like, oh, crap, and they had to go fix it. But that's what happens. You have to be approved and in the system, and so there's a whole background check and all this stuff that allows you to be in the system. So when you scan the barcode, it shows up there. The other thing that happens now, which wasn't really happening at this time, is it decides when you get a random security check. So it'll pop up and there will be like random, and now you got to go through the regular passenger security line that you see. Sometimes you'll see a random pilot or flight attendant going through that line. And usually what that is because they went through the KCM, they got random, and then they go through there. The old system used to be they would just like check off a box, and then when they get like looked into, and that's where things start to go downhill for this pilot. According to one of the agents that was in this area, this is how they described the pilot's appearance.
Pilot, he looked a little disheveled, like he had the white with the epaulets and that, but it was dire need of an ironing. It was kind of a schleppy look.
Now, I understand the pilot's hesitation here because he's at his home airport, very familiar with it. If this was a place that he'd never been to, probably would have been like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing here at this airport. You kind of just go with the flow. But being at his home airport, he's very familiar. He's probably been there for years and going in and out of that airport. And so the hesitation I understand, and then going over to the agent and going like, is that something that I have to do, or is that just a passenger thing? So I understand that hesitation. But his actions after this raise some alarm bells. After the pilot walks away from the inspection area, the supervisor reports his suspicious behavior to the police, who start looking for him and trying to figure out where he went. The pilot makes his very long way through the terminal, so where is he going? After going down the escalator and far from the terminal that he was trying to make his way to, he walks in here, the bathroom. So why?
Now you all pay attention, because he goes to the bathroom rather than going through the next security checkpoint. And he goes to a bathroom that's far away rather than the one that was right there.
Walk so far away from the area that you're trying to go to when it appears that there was a bathroom right by your checkpoint. I don't know Minneapolis very well. I've only been there a few times, but this sign right here appears to be a bathroom sign of sorts. And even if that sign isn't for a men's bathroom, usually they're all pretty close together.
Pebble poops, stuck poop, loose poop, meet regular poops. Seeds DSO1 is clinically.
So why leave and walk so far away from the direction you're trying to go, unless you were trying to do something you didn't want anyone to see? Especially these guys. As he was approaching this gate, he may have noticed these guys right here, who look like some type of law enforcement, that are standing right by the bathroom. Of course, there are no bathroom cameras, so we can't be for sure exactly what he was doing in there. But according to police records, he was in there for 27 seconds as he walked back out and went to the security checkpoint that he had originally walked away from.
Now, when he says that he was in the bathroom for 27 seconds, I immediately knew what he was up to. Okay, I immediately knew what he was up to at that point.
And while he was there, the police come over to ask him, what were you doing? Where did you go? The pilot says he went into the crew room, which is an area that the pilots usually hang out in before our flights. But when pilots call the eye in the sky, they confirm that he actually walked into this bathroom. Like a good police officer, they're thinking, why would he lie about going to a crew room when he went to the bathroom? So they went into the bathroom to see if there was anything suspicious in there. Now, meanwhile, while the police are in this bathroom looking through everything, the pilot and one of the flight attendants head down the jet bridge. It's common on day one of your pattern that everybody's coming in staggered because people are coming from home or they're coming from wherever they're staying, a hotel, whatever it is, and they're starting their trip. Unlike what you might be used to seeing where there's a group of pilots and flight attendants that are moving together, that's usually coming off of a layover. But in the very first start of your pattern, since everybody's scattered about, you'll have a time that you need to be there at the plane, but everyone's scattered and coming in within 5, 10, 15 minutes of that time. Then you'll meet up there and you'll start. And a lot of times, well, if they're like things normal here, it would draw even more attention than otherwise. So about 3 hours after all this started, where he showed up to the gate, he's taken back here to the police station for a breathalyzer and a blood test, which is common. I've been randomed before, and that means they can. He's not talking about apologizing about throwing a mini in the trash. He had something a little bit more. According to reports, they found this, an unopened bottle of a 1.75 liters of Phillips vodka. And this
Now, if you're drinking Phillips vodka, you're probably an alcoholic, beloved.
This isn't just a generic photo of vodka that I pulled off the internet. This is actually the brand that he was drinking. And when I saw that, I thought, oh, this must be I'm not a big drinker, but I thought this must be some really cool brand of vodka that I've never heard of before. And so I jumped online and Googled it to see what does it look like. Spoiler alert, they sell it at Target for $14.99, and it comes in a plastic bottle. Anybody knows if your vodka is coming in a plastic bottle, it's basically the absolute cheapest vodka you're going to get, which is going to cause you a terrible headache. But if you're just looking to drink and get drunk, then this will get you there. But the hangover, at least in my experience, is terrible.
What time about did you have your last drink yesterday? 6 o'clock in the evening. Okay. And how many did you have? Well, I was like my last drink I think I had 4. 4, yeah, about 4, yeah. And what were they? I had 1 beer and then 3 mixed drinks. Okay. And how big was the beer? Just a can. Okay. Can. What were the mixed drinks? It was vodka. Okay. So, did you feel any of the effects still today? No.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there because he's clearly busted. He is clearly busted, okay? This is a darn shame. I already have a few reservations about flying, but this right here gives me more reason for pause and concern. Okay, this is absolutely nefarious. Why would you want to be flying a plane when you've been drinking? And here's the thing. This reminds me of that movie with Denzel Washington. Do you remember that movie with Denzel called Flight? Where Denzel was absolutely an alcoholic? Okay? Do y'all remember that? This is all crazy. This is all crazy. But if you thought that was crazy, what do you see this? I'm going to share my screen. This right here had me hollering. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
It's Donisha. Duck is drunk. We trying to get him in the bed. Donisha, please. Please hurry. It's Shakur. Duck drunk. We trying to get him in the house. Where he at? We are here in the car. I drove his car here, so he's good.
I know you did.
Who is all of that? That's Chris and Chris's brother. Miss Donisha, Duck is drunk. We trying to get him in the bed. Donisha, please. Please hurry. It's Shakur. Duck drunk. We trying to get him in the house. Where he at? We are here in the car. I drove his car here, so he's good. Who is all of that? That's Chris and Chris's brother.
Lee, did y'all see that? Y'all talking about he sounds drunk. No, he sounds and looks drunk, honey. His eyes weren't even open, but he's talking about he drove. Drove where? Just anticipate said, keep him till tomorrow. Major Man said, I cannot. Baron B said, future chalk outline. Goodness, are y'all not done with him? That is absolutely nefarious. Hold on, I got 2 more things to show you guys, and then I'm out of here. And then I am out of here, honey, because this is all crazy. This is all crazy. Hold on, beloved. Uh-oh. Hold on, beloved. This is all crazy. I'm laughing so hard. I missed something. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go back to this. I need y'all to see this. What is going on with this dude's teeth? They're literally bigger than chiclets. I thought this was a joke when I first saw it. I said, I know look at those teeth. Do y'all see that? Those are his real teeth. I mean, not real, clearly veneers, but why would you pay for that, sir? Why would you pay for those big arch teeth?
Listen, find the receipt and take them back. Take them back. Take them out. I can't even listen because that made no sense. Listen. Find the receipt.
Woo, honey. Talk about a refund. Those big arch teeth. Drywall teeth. Burn B said he has drywall teeth. But listen, right here, this is Dr. Umar sitting up here still lying. I want y'all to listen to this. Dr. Umar, please just leave the internet for a while. Give it a break, a rest, or whatever you need to do. But please stop with the lies, sir. Okay, now this is Saint and Sinners talking about Dr. Umar and all the lies.
858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my.
Umar, come on, bro. Don't play in my face like that, man. Nigga, Umar be lying something serious. What?
Donations.
Uh-oh.
Donations.
Uh-oh. Say what?
Donations.
Say what?
Donations.
Oh, say it 5 times. One more.
Donations.
Thank you. 5 times.
Donations.
6 times. 1 time.
Gifts. Gifts.
Oh, this boy is corrupt.
Gifts.
He's corrupt.
More gifts.
This man has let it go to his head something serious. I mean, I just don't know why he would be on a live stream showing us a gift card to Red Lobster. Bro is showing off gift cards to Red Lobster. What is this, like the fat flossing Olympics? What?
99858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my.
Umar, come on, bro.
Dr. Umar, please sit down at this point, okay? And I'm sorry. That is not even the video I wanted to show you all. That's not even the video I wanted to show you all, okay? I'm going to try to find it real quick. But at the end of the day, Dr. Umar is a whole mess. Hold on. While I'm looking for that video, let me go to this AI video. Hold on. Let me go to this AI video real quick while I'm looking for that, because y'all have to see the video. That's the wrong one. Hold on.
Just the 3 of you?
No.
Who else?
His mom and sister.
So you live with his mother?
Yes.
So your mother supports you?
Kind of, sort of.
What do you mean kind of, sort of?
Because if I don't have it, then my mom helps me.
Don't you realize how ridiculous this all sounds? What does your mother do for a living?
She's a teacher.
She's a teacher, so she gets up every day and goes to work.
Yeah, I was working until I split my leg.
Listen to me, Zandor. There's a certain routine of life, and I'm willing to blur the lines at the end of it, because I'm getting older. And even Bird has learned that, we were both very rigid at one point, but we both say there are shades of gray, But there are certain things that we know, that if you're unemployed, don't know how to make a living, and you're living with your mother, you don't make 2 babies with somebody who is also unemployed, doesn't do anything, when you have a mother who would probably prefer that her 22 or maybe 21-year-old child, depending upon the answer to the question, move out and do his own laundry and not occupy the house and let her breathe a little bit. You have siblings?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
Yeah, I got one that lives with me.
What does he do?
No, she.
She.
She lives at home.
Does she work?
No, she just had a baby.
So let me understand this. Your mother, the school teacher, has 2 children who do nothing but stay home and make children that she supports. I'm just trying to figure this out. Do you understand how ridiculous that sounds to me? What's more ridiculous is that the 2 of you are fighting over him. Because this is a case of an assault. As if he was some sort of a prize. Sit down.
No.
You want to tell me about this fight that you had with Miss Dancer? I have a complaint and a cross complaint about an assault. I have limited patience with both of you because did you know that when you started to date him, he had a girlfriend and a baby?
No, actually, I dated Mr. Nash first when I was 17 years old, when we were still in high school. So that's how I know Mr. Nash.
When did you stop dating him?
It lasted about 6 months from the summer to the winter.
Just a minute. Just give me the month and year.
Maybe about July 2014 to
stopped dating him?
December 2014.
So you weren't dating anymore in 2014?
No.
Were you dating him in 2014?
No, ma'am.
Did you have a child with him in 2014?
No, ma'am.
So what were you fighting about in 2000? This fight happened in 2017, right?
Yes.
What month?
June 25th, 2017.
You hadn't had any contact with him since 2014?
I've had contact with him. My last point of contact with Zandor was the summer of 2016.
What kind of contact?
I called to say hello, and he hung up in my face.
And
that was the end of that. I just decided to leave him alone. He told me he had a girlfriend. He didn't say who.
So he hung up. So you didn't see him in 2016?
No.
Were you mad at him?
No.
Now, did you know that Miss Arnold had contacted him in 2016?
Yes.
How did you know?
I was standing beside him when she called.
And were you annoyed?
No, I just laughed.
At what?
Her. We was friends before.
Who was friends before?
Me and Destiny.
Did you know that they had become a couple?
No.
You didn't know?
No.
Did you remain friends with her?
No. Before I contacted Zandor in 2016, we became distant, so I didn't know why.
2 of you?
Yeah.
Okay, I found the video, you guys. This AI is too much, okay? Now, this is what I wanted you all to see with Dr. Umar.
I have never asked the people for $1 in my life.
Isn't Umar the guy who is typically saying,
"Thank you, sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister." We got to get the money with the donations. Hit the Cash App. Y'all want me to go broke? Hit the Cash App. Where them Cash Apps at, yo? Ain't nobody came through yet. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Maybe something wrong with the Cash App, because I know y'all going to send me something.
he's been saying that for like 15 years. He's been saying that since I was a humble public school teacher in Baltimore, Maryland, where I met Dr. Umar as I was teaching 150 students in a all-black neighborhood, and I donated from my small salary. He's been saying this for a long time.
I have never asked the people for $1 in my life.
Isn't Umar the guy who is typically saying,
"Thank you, sister Avanti"?
Talk about next time make it 20. So ungrateful. Who does he think he is? I don't know how anybody ever sent him a dime, okay? Next time make it 20. I know you could barely afford that, but next time make it 20. Y'all hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App. Y'all want Dr. Umar to go broke? Y'all want me to go broke? Isn't that what he's saying? This is all crazy. Luna said, "Queen, I want to see your baby AI." Okay, honey, I don't know if I know how to do that. I'll see if I can figure it out. That would be hilarious. But it is what it is. Said beg so much his hands look like. Goodness, What? Oh my God, that was hilarious. Said he begged so much his hands look like cups. That was hilarious. So done. Woo, honey, that was hilarious. Told y'all, I keep telling y'all, this is the most nefarious chat on YouTube. No doubt about it. Okay? Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. I needed that laugh. Okay, so listen, you guys, I hope you all enjoyed the show. I love you all to life. I hope you enjoy the rest of this night. I will be right back in the morning for your morning wake-up call. Okay, so until then, beloveds, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor. Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got